All right, we are going to take a look at submission views within quizzes today. So I'm just here in my practice course. I'm going to go ahead and go to quizzes here. And you see I've got several quizzes already in. Let's go ahead and go into quiz 1. We're not going to worry about the other settings here. What we're worried about is submission views. So this is assuming you have already done the setup for your quiz, you've set all the restrictions, the grade items, everything like that, added all the questions. And we're just interested in showing students the answers or one of the other applications of submission views. So the default view only lets students see their score. So it's available immediately. That's the default here. But you see it doesn't show questions or statistics or anything like that. And so generally, we recommend adding an additional view. You can change the default view if you click on the link here, but it makes much more sense to add an additional view most of the time. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. I'm going to go ahead and offer it a name. We can put a message in if we want to. That's displayed to students when they use this view here. And then after that, we're looking at date restrictions. So we're looking at, okay, if this quiz is due this Friday at midnight, let's make it available on Saturday at 12:01 a.m. What this will do is this will make sure that all of the students have taken this quiz, and after that availability has closed, they will be able to view this submission view here. So you can do IP restrictions. Generally don't recommend doing that. You can also limit the amount of time that this view is available after the quiz is submitted, meaning let's say these views are released immediately, so we could say now, and then we can set this time here for, let's say, 15 minutes. So that means after a student submits their quiz, they will immediately be able to see this view with all the answers and everything, but only for 15 minutes after that. I'm going to go ahead and leave that off. We're just going to go down here and say, yes, we want to show the questions. So we're in the view details area now. And you have a bunch of options here. The default, if we select yes, is show all questions with user responses. That shows the students the questions as well as what they responded. And then we have to check a box to show question answers. Now the other options are here. You can take a look at these. It's one of these individually, so we can say just show the questions they answered incorrectly, the ones they answered correctly, all questions without their own responses, or the default here. So I'm going to go ahead and leave those at default too. We can choose whether we want to show what they scored on the question. The attempt score and overall score here down at the bottom, we can check whether to show that. And then the last area is whether to show statistics. So you can show a class average or a score distribution. None of this has personally identifiable information. So this is just an aggregate of all student scores on this quiz. So once I've added that view, I can go ahead and click Save. And now we see we have an additional view that's open now. As soon as a student submits, they'll be able to see the default view, which is just a message that says thanks for submitting your quiz, and a score, and the answers that we just made.